Hi, Sarah.
Hi, nice to have you here.
Good evening, Mr. President. My name is Sarah. I'm a veteran, U.S. Marine veteran, and
Great.
and I'm a Purple Heart recipient.
Wait. They didn't hear this part. This is very important. Please say it again, Sarah.
I'm a U.S. Marine veteran and a Purple Heart recipient of Lehigh County, Pennsylvania. Many veterans face significant challenges such as accessing quality health care, mental health support, and transition assistance back into civilian life. Will you commit to making the VA Choice program that you open up permanent?
So we had VA Choice, and this was something that was so important, was sought. That's where you have a choice of getting a doctor if you can't get fairly, quick service. And I will say we have great doctors. The doctors are incredible, but the administration of it is not good. And as you know, 4 years ago, we had the highest rated VA ever. We were at 92% approval rating. And I got two things done. I got VA Choice, and that was basically you wait, and if you don't have a doctor within 48 hours, you can go outside, get a doctor, we pay the bill, and you get yourself taken care of. People were waiting for 4 and 5 months to see a doctor, and they were not feeling well, but literally it was a minor thing, and they end up being terminally ill because of it. Think of it, terminally ill. The other thing we did, we had a lot of people that because of civil service and unions and other things, you couldn't fire them under any circumstances, no matter what they were. And they were sadists, and they were thieves. There were a lot of bad people, right? You couldn't fire anybody, so they were living with people that were horrible. And these were both authorized by Congress. One was 52 years, they couldn't get it. The other was 58 years. I got the right to fire bad people that didn't take care of our veterans, right? You know that. And we fired 9,000 people and replaced them with great people, with loving people. And those two things, and we had a 92% approval rating, and it's never been even close to that. Now, here's the bad news. They're very rapidly breaking the system up. They've hired a lot of the people back that were terrible and that we fired. They're one of the problems. It's just unbelievable. And they don't know, you know why? Because they don't know what the hell they're doing. And the other thing is they're slowly getting rid of choice, so that they're making it so tough that you almost can't use it. We were actually saving money on choice because you save, a doctor would fix them up and get them back and beautiful. Instead, they were getting sicker, and many of them became terminal. I did one other thing, I have to say, right to try. That's where you have a right to try medicines that won't be approved for another 4 or 5 years. They've been trying for 50 years, more than that, to get it approved. And, the insurance companies didn't want it, the country didn't want it, nobody wanted it. The doctors didn't want it because they didn't want to be sued. And I said, here's what we're going to do. I sat down in a room with all of them, the labs. I said, we're going to make a deal. They're going to sign a document saying they're not going to hold anybody liable, and we're going to get the right to try. And nobody really wanted to do it, but we did it. I forced it on them. We have saved thousands and thousands of lives, and even the labs now, and the doctors like it, because we're finding out that, some of these things are incredible. They're taking people that were terminally ill, and they're getting better. Some of them are getting totally better. And we've saved thousands and thousands of lives. It sounds so simple. I love the name, Right to Try. People used to go to Asia, they'd go to Europe, they'd go all over the world looking for a cure, or they had no money and they couldn't do that. They'd go home and they'd just die. Now they sign a simple document, and we're using space-age things that won't be approved for another few years by the FDA, and we moved that time up. But they won't be approved for a little while. You have to go through a very extensive testing. But if people are willing to sign that, we have saved so many thousands of lives. So I think you understand. But we're going to go back to choice very rapidly. Immediately, we're going back to choice. And we're also going to get rid of the bad people that don't love you. Okay?